Hey guys, it's Carrie Adam here with Running Moms, and welcome to the 5-day Core Fit Challenge. I am a physiotherapist, a health coach, a running coach, a runner, a mom of two, and I'm here to teach you about your core. I'm here to progress you from doing just Kegels to recover from pregnancy and engage that pelvic floor. We're going to move beyond that because we are runners and we run, and we need to be dynamic in our training. We need to be more advanced in our training. We need to push ourselves differently in our training because we want to run. We need more. So to get started, you guys, we need so Kegels are, you all know Kegels. I'm sure you've all heard the term Kegels, where you pull that belly in, you pull that pelvic floor up, and most people are doing it way too much. Just it's one position, it's static, and it's too much contraction. When that system is not, that's not even how it works, right? Your pelvic floor works with your diaphragm, works with your transverse abdominis, deep core muscles, works with your multifidus in the back. So it's there's four pieces to your core, and they all need to function together throughout your day, throughout your movement, and that is what core fitness is and needs to be when you're recovering from pregnancy, when you're getting back to running, and that is what we're going to focus on here. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to find that pelvic floor, how to work it with your breath, how to find your neutral alignment so that everything is functioning in good alignment. And I'm going to give you exercises beyond the Kegel that are going to make you strong in your core, strong in your running, strong in your life, because that's what we need, right? So we talked about the four parts to the core, and the two pieces, they all work together, but the big pieces that work together are that pelvic floor at the bottom, right? And you all know that the pelvic floor, there's the front and the back of it. The front of it controls urine flow, the vagina area, and the back controls the anus area and the bowels. We need to be able to control both parts because there is a brain-body connection to both parts of that. And oftentimes, just because of how we function in our daily life and how we stand, we are better at controlling the back side and not so much the front, which is why we get so much urinary incontinence and pelvic prolapse, and that's what we're going to work on. But it goes with your breath. So the first thing I want to teach you guys today is about your breath. When you breathe in, we need to be connecting your diaphragm with your pelvic floor, and contracting that transverse abdominis with the multifidus back there, okay, all in one functional movement. So one of the exercises, the very first ones I'm going to give you, is connecting to your breath. We all need to be able to feel our pelvic floors, our transverse abdominis contracting. We need to feel our lungs expanding, that diaphragm pushing out, okay? So the first thing you want to do is just put your hands on your rib cage, and you can do this in sitting or standing, and you want to just take a big breath, okay? When you take that big breath, you don't want to be doing it, you want to be doing it deep. You can see my belly moving, right? On the exhale, that's where you contract, pelvic floor comes up, transverse abdominis turns on, diaphragm comes up. Breathe out. Breathe in, sorry, breathe out. That's gentle, okay? Again, ribs come out, belly goes out, everything's relaxed. And in or out. Okay, so that's the first thing that we need to know. And so when you breathe in, everything's relaxed, diaphragm's pushing down, the pelvic floor is pushing down. And then when you breathe out and you exhale, everything's coming back up, contracting gently and moving. So that's the dynamic function of your pelvic floor. It's not about a Kegel all the time. So we need to be able to learn and train our brain to connect with those muscles throughout all of our movements, all of our running, all of our exercises that we're going to do. So I'm going to start you guys doing a few static exercises so you can get a feel for some of this stuff, and then we're going to take this concept and we're going to move it into dynamic movements such as squats and lunges, and single leg kickbacks and all kinds of stuff like that. That's all core work if you're connecting your brain to your core and you're being mindful of turning that on, breathing properly throughout those movements, and that is where you're going to get strong for running. That is where you're going to unlock the fitness. And I know one of my ladies, she's been training with me for a while, and she said all of a sudden said, aha, I just had this aha moment, when I could connect with my core, feel it turn on, I could unlock my arm swing, okay? And I could just go. I just felt light and free and fast, and that's what we're trying to do. But there's a big gap here where we're so used to slouching forward, having bad posture, that we don't have that awareness. So it starts with the breath, you guys. So I want you guys to try that one, and it's going to be in your day one exercise, which is going to be the next video that I'm going to post for you. So make sure you check that out. Couple things to know about your pelvic floor is that it's engaged all day. You need to be using it all day, and that's where we're going to work on this mindfulness. And we need to train it dynamically. So we're going to talk about how to find it, how to find that pelvic floor. What does it feel like? Because I know that's the hardest thing. Like, how do I connect? When I'm talking about you need to connect to your pelvic floor, this is how you connect to it. Let me show you. So you're going to come up into standing, and you're going to be just nice and tall. I just want you to feel that, okay? So like when you're standing here, where's your weight? For a lot of people, it's going to be to the back. Okay, a lot of us stand like this, right? It's a bit of an exaggeration, but that's kind of how it is. The weight is to the back, and when you're there, you're going to feel that when you do that breath, first of all, it's going to be a shallow breath. You're not going to be able to take that big excursion. And when you go breathe out, try to contract, you're actually going to feel it in the backside, around your bowels. That's where you're going to feel that pelvic floor contraction, and that is why when you get out and you do exercise, you're leaking. We're leaking. We're not strong because we're not actually even engaging the pelvic floor where we need to be engaging it. So what you guys need to do is try to be up nice and tall, and I want you to just do, we call this a ski tilt, a ski jump, right? You're going to lean forward, and I want you to feel how that changes, where you feel the pressure, where you feel that pelvic contraction, and come back. So you feel in the back, and you're going to come forward. You're going to be able to feel it in the pelvic floor is engaging naturally more just by your functional position. We're going to come back and come forward. So you're still breathing in this. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you can't feel it, that's because your core and your pelvic floor are so weak and so disconnected that you don't even have a clue what I'm talking about, and that's okay. It's just something to practice. So that's what we're going to talk about today, you guys. Function of the pelvic floor. Why runners need more than Kegels. How to turn on and engage that anterior pelvic floor with your breath, with the tilt. And then I'm going to post a video of a workout series for you guys today where you can kind of keep some of this stuff in mind while you're going through it, okay? Have a good day. Ask me any questions you have.